Pre-K. I have a book that I'm going to read for you today, and it's a book about all different kinds of sharks. And if we were at school, obviously we would be reading this together. And so I just thought, you know what? I'm going to read it and you guys can enjoy it. I've showed you a few pictures from it here this week, and today I thought, you know what? I'm going to read the whole thing because it's got some really good stuff in it. And it's called Hungry, Hungry Sharks, and the author is Joanna Cole. And the illustrator is Patricia Wayne. So Charlie Cole, the same last name as the author of this book. Maybe you can be an author when you get bigger. In this book, it's not a made-up story. It's real. So what would we call that? Fiction or nonfiction? You're right, nonfiction. All right, this whole book's about all different kinds of sharks. Hungry, hungry sharks. Millions and millions of years ago, the earth did not look the same way that it looks now. Strange-looking plants grew in swamps, and reptiles with wings flew in the air. Everywhere on land were dinosaurs, dinosaurs, dinosaurs. So this is millions of years ago when it was dinosaur time. Out in the sea, there were strange creatures too. Some looked like dragons, some looked like fish. This big fish could swim very fast. It had sharp teeth and a big fin on its back. What kind of fish do you think that is? You're right, a shark. So sharks have been around since the dinosaurs were here. There are no more dinosaurs left on Earth. We know that. But there's still plenty of sharks. Look at all of these different sharks. Today, there are more than 300 different kinds of sharks. More than 300. That's a lot. It's a lot of different kinds. So on this page, we have some different ones. A basking shark, black tip reef shark, a thrasher, a tiger shark, an angel shark, a Port Jackson shark. I've never heard of that one. A sand shark. So there's some different. And what did we say? There's more than 300 different kinds. That's a lot. Not all sharks are big though. Some sharks are very small. The dwarf shark is no bigger than your hand. So there's a shark that would fit in your hand. The small carpet shark lies on the ocean floor like a rug. The leopard shark has spots, and it grows to be about 4 feet long. You know what? That's probably a little taller than you. So, maybe a little bit taller than you. Those pretty little sharks. But then we did this shark the other day. The biggest shark is the whale shark. It's longer than a bus. The whale shark has 3,000 teeth, but it will never bite you. It eats only tiny shrimp and fish. The whale shark is very gentle. A diver can even hitch a ride on its back. That looks like the color shoot that you had a little diver on it. Ooh, these guys are fun to learn about. These are blue sharks. You see them? They are far out at sea, hunting for food. Suddenly, they pick up the smell of blood. Now, I'll tell you what, that's what sharks like, the smell of blood. The sharks speed up. They shoot through the water like torpedoes. In a few minutes, they find a dead whale. So these blue sharks they could smell it before they could see it. And they found it. The blue sharks tear off chunks of the whale meat. Now the water is full of blue sharks. Look at them all. If one shark gets hurt, the others will turn on it. They will eat that shark too. Ooh. In a short time, the whale is all gone. The sharks swim away. Nothing is left except the bones. So those blue sharks. One thing about these blue sharks, I think it tells us on the next page. I already knew this. Hold on. Blue sharks are called the wolves of the sea. Just like we're the St. Francis Catholic school wolves. The blue sharks are the wolves of the sea because they stay together in packs. So they swim in a pack, like a wolf pack. Blue sharks often swim after ships for days. Now, a long time ago, people on those boats would think, oh, that means someone's going to die. But really, that's not it. Really, they swam behind the ship because they wanted to eat whatever the people throw over. Any of the garbage. Okay. The most dangerous shark in the sea is the great white shark. So we're going to be doing the great white shark for Fun Friday. The great white shark is named the great white shark because its belly is white. The teeth of the great white shark are big and sharp. Very, very sharp. It can eat a whole seal in one bite. The great white shark can be the size of a speedboat. This great white shark, right here, just had babies. It says sharks are fish. Most fish lay eggs, but sharks, the great white shark does not. It has the babies without laying eggs, and they call the babies pups. Like a pup, not puppy, but pups. The pup of the great white shark is almost the size of a man. As soon as they are born, they swim off on their own. They don't stay together. They don't stay with their mom at all. They don't stay with their brothers or sisters. They just go off on their own. It says the baby sharks swim off to catch their own food. One eats a fish, another eats a crab. The pups had better watch out for the pufferfish. The pufferfish can blow up like a balloon. If a shark eats it, the spikes will get stuck inside of the shark's throat, and the shark could die. So, watch out for the pufferfish. Not many animals can kill great white sharks. The stingray flaps through the sea like a giant bat. Its tail has a poison stinger. The poison can kill most ocean animals, but a great white shark is able to eat a stingray, poison and all, and it doesn't hurt them. The swordfish is a very strong fish, and it can cut and stab with this really long nose. That's like a sword. But it's no match for the great white shark. The great white shark, it would eat that. Another big shark, we already did this one, is the hammerhead, which we learned about already. So, I was just going to skip because I already read you that part. A shark's brain is very small, but their mouths and their teeth are really big. Look at that. Reminds me of the megalodon that we did on Monday. It has many rows of teeth. When the tooth breaks off, a new tooth moves right up to take its place. A shark uses up thousands of teeth every year. Wow. What do sharks eat? Well, fish and more fish. They eat other sharks, seals, turtles, crabs, really almost anything that swims in the sea. And then the funny thing about sharks, they'll eat things that aren't alive, that aren't swimming in the sea, kind of like trash. Like people throw their trash. Sometimes sharks eat things that are not food. No one knows why. All of these things have been found inside of big sharks. A wallet, a fur coat, a drum, a bottle of wine, a chest of jewels, a barrel of nails, and a suit of armor. Those are all real things that they found inside of a shark's tummy. Do sharks eat people? Yes, they do. If a person is swimming near a big shark, a shark may attack. But the number of people killed by sharks is really very small. More people die of getting stung by bees than they do of getting eaten by sharks. So that's a good thing to remember. Sharks do not go hunting for people, but people go fishing and hunting for sharks. Some people like to go fishing for sharks. They have to be careful. A shark may look dead, but then all at once can wake up and bite. Scientists want to study sharks, but it's hard because they have to study them out at sea. It's hard to keep big sharks alive in tanks. They said they just don't do well. They put sharks in tanks with other fish, but the sharks a lot of times won't eat, and they swim around, bump into the walls. After a few days, the sharks actually have begun to die, so the scientists will let them go. So they have to really study the sharks out in the ocean. There are many things we don't know about sharks, but we do know that sharks are in danger. That's because people hunt them for food, and often sharks die just by getting tangled in people's fishing nets. So the number of sharks is getting smaller. Many people are trying to save them. Sharks are amazing animals. Oceans would not be the same without sharks. And that is our shark book.